the wetness.
Did the New York subway flood again?
Is the New York subway ever not flooded?
Point.
Yeah. Probably, because whenever it floods, like, look at this one-time Sandy hit, and I go, yeah, that's the one-time Sandy hit. Stop showing us the same roll from 8 years ago.
Yeah, the same video again and again and again.
Oh.
But it happens enough that you have stock footage.
Yeah, it does.
Which is
all right.
It's like saying, oh, it's like here in DC, we have to use a website to determine if the metro is on fire before we use it. Because it catches on fire that often.
Why not? Why the fuck not? All right, it is next week we will be on Sunday. And after that week we will be moving to a Monday format because life stuff happens. Stuff happens. So we will be on Monday from here on in. Just because that's the way things are going right now. But we are looking at very light week. I say this with like the largest entertainment news thing breaking.
Yeah, the biggest thing ever happened, but a lot of the others, like a lot of our niches, not a lot of news.
Not a lot of news. Okay. Waiting for you to share your screen, Chip.
Oh. Don't mind me, I'm slow today.
It's fine. We were busy talking about Dune, and you got into book 2, and then everything slows down after that.
F Dune 2, the second. Is that, I forget the name of it. Dune Messiah. F Dune Messiah.
Yeah. All right.
Dune, the original Dune, awesome. Dune Messiah.
Original Dune, great.
Dune Messiah, go F itself.
All right, so we have another Star Ocean games coming out. I'm super excited because I love the Star Ocean games.
Wait, I thought you just played a Star Ocean game.
I feel like I did. Tales of Arise.
like, oh, we're in space. There's a space station, like Star Ocean.
And we're using swords, and there's guns and magic, but also swords. And I'm like, is this Star Ocean? Am I playing Star Ocean? This feels like Star Ocean. Are we sure this is a Tales game?
Is it? You tell me.
It didn't feel like a Tales game.
Which makes me afraid. Because I like Tales.
There's only one character that uses blocking. And you don't get her till like midway through the game.
What?
Yes.
What?
Everything else is dodge.
Is it a throwback character or?
No, she's a main character, but you don't get all your main characters.
Oh, one of those. Like, this character is extremely important, but you can't use her until midway through the game.
She's the only one that has a blocking ability. Everyone else uses dodge. Everyone else uses dodge. Yeah. All right, so Star Ocean Divine Force is coming out for PlayStation.
It's coming out for PlayStation,
Windows, PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and 4.
All the big consoles and PC.
Except for Switch. I really need this on Switch, guys. Come on. Get your shit together. Get your shit together.
I need a story that blends sci-fi and fantasy. Of course, it blends sci-fi and fantasy. It's Star Ocean. Which lineup of characters and side stories? It's Star Ocean. Our system living exhilarating conduct and easy controls. And
players can fly in the sky and traverse three-dimensionally through one of the largest fields ever in the series. Okay, so we're going to actually be able to control our spaceship instead of just like picking a spot and woo, we landed.
Cool.
Nice. That could be nice.
That could be nice, or that it could be hella annoying.
Depending on how things goes. Whether they explore by hopping around rocky stretches. We can hop. We have never had the ability to jump. Like, that is a huge increase in quality or a huge pain in my ass, depending upon how they do that.
It's going to be a huge pain in our butts.
Probably. It's going to be like, you need to jump over this platform. Fuck. Stop moving the platform.
Your 583 ST, things have changed. Or once peaceful Pan-Galactic Federation is now known for assimilating planets against her will.
Whoa, hey, whoa. Sorry, what?
We're getting political here.
Well, first of all, the Pan-Galactic Federation was always the good guys. What the hell happened?
This must be Star Ocean's Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oof.
I mean, they were peaceful. You had the no interference rules and all that jazz.
It sounds like they're Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Except
let's go over this. Star Ocean 3. Federation was there. Was not really supposed to be touched by anything. Star Ocean 4. Federation goes into deep space and accidentally awakens an ancient evil and gets alien counterparts to help them defeat the ancient evil. Star Ocean 5 was a prequel to the very first time the Federation met other galactic beings and messed with them and had to bring them onto their space station so that they could stop messing with them. So this one, bad guys?
Yeah.
It's a merchant vessel. Okay, so this time not a soldier in the military or a guardian of a town. It's going to be a regular Joe like in 3. Although I'm not sure if you can count the guy in 3 as a regular Joe because his dad was like a doctor or a scientist for the military.
Yeah. Princess of Kingdom. Okay, so there's okay, so there's probably the love triangle or between
With
Leticia and Elena. The first maid and the princess.
And Elena, the crewmate. Albert, the friend of Letitia. Okay, this is gonna be stupid. It already has too many people in that love triangle. No love triangle.
It's a dodecahedron now.
Star Ocean game with the fastest and mightiest action in the series. I'm not okay with that. I like my Star Ocean games because they're kind of slow.
Apparently it has 2 main characters.
Yeah,
that you switch between, but
I mean they kind of did that in 2
previous games.
I want to say 2. Not in 3. They didn't do that in 3 or 4 or 5. So they probably did that in 2. I think
apparently it's a selling point because it's in the second paragraph.
If you say so. 3-dimensional traversal and exploration where everyone in sight is a field for adventure. Okay.
I'm not sure I'm okay with a game going back to having 2 protagonists after they've had it and then it's gone away. Halo!
I'm not okay with 2 protagonists in general because what's going to happen is one protagonist will be better than the other one. And then the game journos are going to instantly go, this is the reason why people like this one is because they're sexist. And then I'm going to have to sit there and go, I just want ethics in games journalism.
All we need to do is get Trump to tweet about Gamergate.
Trump can't tweet.
But that's the meme.
He's been banned until he makes his truth.com whatever thing he's doing.
But it's okay. All we got to do is get Trump to tweet about Gamergate.
No, it's ridiculous. we make him add it to his email blasting from the president's office email thing. Dear people, I'd like to say Gamergate, sad. Ethics in journalism, not happening. Fake news, sad.
God, those were. We thought the world was coming to an end, but those were innocent days.
No, I knew that was just the beginning of us circling the bowl.
Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So Star Ocean coming out. We also have other breaking news today.
Yeah, the wrestling thing, right?
Yeah, Ring of Honor is closing up shop after November.
Which is happening very soon.
Yeah, next month. They plan to relaunch after, like, they're going to take 3 months to reevaluate and then relaunch. But
it sounds like they're going to take 3 months to look for investment.
Yeah, that's they're it's I've got the feeling they're closing up shop.
Probably.
They're not renewing anyone's contract, but they are paying. They're not canceling anyone's contract.
Mm-hmm.
They're not canceling anyone's contract, but they are allowing their wrestlers to go other place to go wrestle for anybody else.
Yeah. So we're looking at probably closing up shop for an indefinite time period. Right now, it looks like 3 months. They're probably looking for an investment right now. I mean,
well,
it
they
happens.
don't necessarily need investment because they're owned by Sinclair, and Sinclair made buku money.
Ooh, okay. Then why the hell? I don't know. Maybe they're just done.
I think part of it is Ring of Honor was like growing before All Elite Wrestling became a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ring of Honor was like kind of like the biggest indie promotion. Like you had Impact, but we're not going to talk about Impact because Impact is Impact. And then you had WWE. And then you had Ring of Honor. Like they mostly only did small venues, although they later did big venues, but they were put on a good show. They brought in all this talent from Japan. They gave a lot of indie guys their start. Got big exposure on national TV. They were owned by Sinclair, so you could catch Ring of Honor on. It was always in like a Friday night death slot, but you could watch it on local TV everywhere on the country on free TV.
Right.
A lot of big names that would become big in WWE started there, such as CM Punk,
right,
Bryan Danielson. But now the Monday Night Wars have started up again, and Ring of Honor is not a player on those. I say Monday Night Wars, but it's Wednesday Night Wars. And WWE is kind of lost, but they're reloading. Vince always wins, but he does have to get he does win after he gets the shit kicked out of him. It's like, oh, see, John Cena's in trouble. Lol, Cena wins.
All right, so
it's kind of sad because like these guys were carrying the flag for good wrestling for the longest time,
and
now
they're just done for right now. Yeah. I mean, who knows the reason why? We'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll probably circle back to this in 3 months.
Like they were looking hot, and then All Elite came along and started taking all their talent.
Yeah,
because All Elite was founded by NJPW, Ring of Honor talent. Yep. And then the pandemic hit. And the one thing you could say about Ring of Honor was they did small venues, but like their live shows had hot crowds, man. You go to a Ring of Honor event and it was a Ring of Honor taping, and it was like an experience because it was like even though the crazy stuff that happened at ECW. Although the crazy stuff that happened at ECW didn't happen in Ring of Honor because Ring of Honor was a more traditional product.
Right.
The crowd was hot like ECW.
Oh, nice.
And that was half the reason to watch ECW was like the crowd was just insane.
Yep.
You could feel the energy through your TV.
All right, let's move on to the next thing. So we will probably circle back to this in 3 months. What is next anyway?
Related to what the company does. Japanese man cheats porn mosaics with AI and is arrested.
First of all, I don't see why. All the man wanted was some anime vagina and penis.
Well, I know it's technically against the law to remove mosaics, but that's always been available thanks to the internet.
Not
even before the internet, even before the internet, you can still find it in Japan.
Oh yeah, but you're not supposed to. Like it's not supposed to be readily available. I'm sure he was probably reselling product.
It wasn't so much that he did it, but more that he tried to monetize his work by selling full versions of the video via a website.
Yeah, that's the issue. See, remember, guys, you can, if you must break the law, do it for free.
Oh, that's funny. The last sentence in this blog post is, remember, all our porn is Mosaic free. Nice job, Jonas.
All of our porn is also Mosaic free. HentaiKick.com. I have to go and finish the latest shoot we did last weekend. I just haven't had time. I've been so busy with work. So
yeah,
it'll be done tomorrow, maybe. I need to email the model. It's a brand new model too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
craziness with work is why I haven't seen the Dune movie yet.
Craziness with work is why I am both wide awake and exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm too angry to sleep.
Yeah, I just haven't had time to go see a 3-hour movie.
I have time.
That's only a third of the book.
I have time, but I only use HBO Max to watch Dune and I don't use HBO Max to watch movies. I use HBO Max to watch Doom Patrol and Young Justice, Rick and Morty. That's kind of it.
Do we want to skip to the HBO Max news, or do we want to continue with degeneracy?
Let's skip to HBO Max news because that was a good segue.
Genlock is finally releasing.
Yeah, which finally. Is funny. You said to me we missed this, and I said we didn't miss it. I just didn't care. Like I lost all interest. It's kind of like High Guardian Spice came out, and I was like, do we really care? Not really. No.
Really care? No. I mean, like, I'm probably gonna watch it, but
it's at 1.5 stars currently.
Oh, High Guardian Spice?
Yeah.
You knew that was gonna happen.
Is anyone here surprised? No. I'm sure Crunchyroll also knew it was gonna happen, but we were also like, release it, bitch. Release it. You won't release it, bitch.
I wonder why I got to. That makes me worried about Genlock, because Genlock had a lot of
a lot of time to fuck up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I was gonna say Genlock felt like a show with infinite potential, but then it's like, why did it have so much other than the actors being busy? Because it does have A-list actors.
It does have A-list actors.
But Rooster Teeth also effed up a show with infinite potential, although it had a much smaller budget.
Red versus Blue?
Well, that too, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know which one. I just don't.
I'm still salty about Ruby.
Everyone's salty about Ruby.
I love Ruby, and I hate. I still haven't watched the new season because I'm gonna be pissed off. What? But I need to know. I don't want to judge it till I see it, but I know I'm gonna be pissed off.
So those of you who've not watched Genlock, it was a fun Rooster Teeth original.
It was like Ruby with mecha pilots.
Yeah, essentially.
And Michael B. Jordan.
And Michael B. Jordan was one of the main characters and executive producer. I believe Rooster Teeth was taken off of most of the production work and was only put on just the animations. And everything else went to separate production companies.
Rooster Teeth did a lot of the writing, but then one of the producers got fired because he got yeeted from Rooster Teeth in general.
Oh, that will happen some days. Especially if you are in the woke crowd.
Yeah.
And well, if you travel with that crowd, you will never be pure enough. It's fun watching the left find out about purity, because it's like, oh, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand. No. I remember the 1600s. Trust me, I should know more about this than you. My religion already went through this. We just hear you drinking a Coke.
Sorry. I was about to say, yeah, it led to the anniversary of which is happening in a couple of days. One of their most learned monks nailing a piece of paper to the door of his church.
You mean that infidel betrayal? that heretic?
But Martin Luther was right. If he wasn't, what about those Vatican councils that pretty much said all of the things that he bitched about?
Being right is fine, but publicizing it to the normal man, that was the problem.
Hey, he didn't actually start out publicizing. The way you had debate at that time was you nailed the way you had theological debate at that time was you would write the paper and nail it to the door of the church for the other priests to see and discuss.
But the peasants had learned reading at that time.
Well, that's the problem. The printing press had been invented.
Yeah.
And a couple of printers said, "Motherfucker's right. Let's print this."
Anyway. So I'll if it's coming to HBO Max, I should be able to go and watch it without any issues. I do have HBO Max. Again,
they put it on HBO Max, not freaking It's a Rooster Teeth production. It's a Rooster Teeth production, and you're not putting it on the Rooster Teeth streaming service.
You get nothing. Nothing.
It's frustrating.
I'm actually surprised they didn't at least put it on Rooster Teeth like a month later or something like that. No, nothing.
I haven't checked because I've been too pissed off.
Yeah, it's fine. I've had a long day, even though it was like a very light news week.
No, it was initially debuted on Rooster Teeth because HBO Max wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah, I'm saying wasn't the original thing that it was going to go on HBO Max first, and then after like a month or two, it was going to go to Rooster Teeth.
HBO Max wasn't a thing yet. It came out before HBO Max.
I know. My problem is when they were making season 2, it was discussed that
it was going to be on HBO Max,
and then like after a month or two, it was going to be on Rooster Teeth afterwards.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we talked about it back in 2019 when we did our Fall of Rooster Teeth panel.
Yeah, we were like, clearly Rooster Teeth is not doing too well, and like people were like, "You're right, but I hate you," and I'm like, wow, yes. Apparently like it made people upset. Well, like, listen, we just explained the facts and what we assumed was going to happen, and things happened exactly the way we said it was.
Except it's just taken a lot longer, and it's been weird because of the pandemic.
I think the pandemic actually saved them.
The pandemic pandemic saved them.
Everyone was stuck inside, so
which is frustrating because I need Rooster Teeth to just become like Hanna-Barbera.
Just license me Ruby, please.
Just license Ruby out to someone who gives a shit.
All right. What's next?
Let's go back to degeneracy.
Oh no.
The fact this is a goddamn thing. That they had to write an article about this is ridiculous.
You know, we deserve this.
Oh,
all right, so those of you who do not know about Sonic fans and the Sonic fandom, it is a horny fandom. I would not suggest writing down Sonic and horny in a search bar ever.
I mean, just take one look at Chris Chan.
Yeah, that didn't end well.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
I mean, did Kotaku make an article about trying to find the Sonic orgy at Katsucon?
They did, which is funny because it was never a real thing.
It was never a real thing, but it was believable enough because Sonic fans are that horny.
Yep. So Idris Elba is going to be voicing Knuckles in
because that's
the Sonic 2 movie. And Idris Elba, of course, has a very nice voice, and so people think it's a sexy voice, and so people for some reason asked him, "Will Knuckles have a sexy voice?" And Idris Elba's like, "No.
No.
No." And I'm quite okay with that, because I don't need another Sonic movie like the Sonic Xbox game where Sonic's was it 06, 08?
What are those?
The one where Sonic was romantically involved with a human character who was like very human, very completely different art style, and you're like, what the fuck's going on here? And it wasn't like it was like a minor plot point. It was an ongoing plot throughout the entire game. That entire bastardized piece of crap game that I bought for $8.
Why'd you keep playing it?
Listen, it's a Sonic game. I'm gonna fucking finish it. I need the story.
Never mind.
Knuckles rode a motorcycle. Or not Knuckles. Shadow rode a motorcycle. Yeah.
Wasn't there a Shadow game or like Shadow rode a motorcycle and then like
had guns? It was great.
He had guns.
It was a GameCube game.
Wasn't there also controversy about how he got health?
I don't remember.
I don't play Sonic games, but I remember a meme. I remember a meme or a webcomic about it that he would get health by eating fried chicken and watermelon.
That wasn't real.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
That's real.
The only thing I remember, because I remember like people getting mad about it. It's like,
and
I don't care. This is Sonic. This is degenerate.
Shadow wasn't black like rapper. Shadow was black like emo kid. Never understand my pain.
Well, that's the vibe I always got, but
yeah, but you know, people don't. Anyway, they're like Sonic, and like, oh, the Sonic game. Shadow has guns. He's urban black now. No, he is not going Fred Durst on us. Anyway, so this is just another time where Sonic fans are just horny, and everyone's like, "Why are you horny?"
Because
reasons.
Life is horrible.
All right,
and we deserve this pandemic.
We do. What's next?
More video game news. Well, is it video game news? Well, did this count as video game news or entertainment news? I don't even know. I
counted this as entertainment news because it's about a movie.
Next is video game news.
All right.
Advance Wars 1 and 2 reboot camp delayed to 2022.
I'm annoyed by this.
I'm also annoyed.
It was supposed to come out next month. I think it was
December 3rd.
Yeah.
And now it's spring 2022.
I had it pre-ordered, so I was like all ready to have it shipped and sent to me, so that I would have it for Christmas. But now
I have a counterpoint.
Mm-hmm.
They've delayed it so they can get it right.
Isn't it just a reboot or
They're going with a completely new engine.
Oh, okay. So they're not.
So it's like a complete like it's a complete reboot.
Okay, so they're not just rehashing the graphics, so it looks nicer.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's a little bit different then. I mean, depending upon how
they implement it.
Yeah.
I mean, they could release a game early and unfinished,
and then I would just be annoyed. But I also probably wouldn't play it for the first month because I still have to beat a game before I can play the next game.
And with bad AI,
yeah,
and features cut. Goddamn NASCAR Ignition. So, like yesterday, when we canceled yesterday, I was like, okay, I can finally play this game. I've had it pre-ordered because NASCAR Heat sucked, and we have a new era of NASCAR video games. It's got the R Factor engine, so realistic driving.
Nope.
Your driving is realistic, perhaps too realistic for a simcade, which means I suck at it. But
yeah.
It has a paint booth, which everyone has been screaming about, and the paint booth is actually pretty decent. Okay. Although I have issues with it. They cut out everything semi-competent from NASCAR Heat.
Why? I mean, did they
the career okay, I get new engine. They want to get things right. They only focused on Cup Series. Okay, I can deal with that. I can deal with you cutting out Busch and the Extreme Dirt Series and all that jazz.
You can probably add it as downloads later.
Yeah, you can add it as downloads later. But the Cup Series, the career the career mode is massively defanged.
Oh.
Like before, like you had to like manage contracts, you could create your own team. You had like a pseudo like drivers tweeting at you and stuff, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
This shit, it's just like, oh, you win a race, your reputation increases. You can't do your own team. Well, why does it matter how much money I'm making if I can't create my own team eventually?
Wait, what do you do with your money then?
What do you do with your money?
Wait, what do you do with your money? What's the point of the money?
Yeah, what's the freaking point? And then there's the AI drivers. So like, I imagine online's great, except they cut out custom leagues. You can't do custom leagues, which there are NASCAR leagues that have existed since NASCAR Thunder 2002.
Yeah,
where guys would go play each other, like hook up a bunch of Xboxes or PlayStation 2s with multi-taps and race each other. And now they do it online, but they've had that's been a feature of every NASCAR game.
So that
now you only have the either of one of two public hoppers, either the road course and short track hopper or the super speedway hopper.
So they removed that in a tradition that's been going on for like almost 20 years.
Yes, since the dawn of racing video games, this has been going on, and they removed it.
Okay.
And then the AI in the single player campaign is stupid.
All right. Well,
so I'm coming around. I'm playing career mode. I'm at Daytona. I'm coming around the tri-oval, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have damage on. I have cautions on. I'm coming around the tri-oval at 190 miles an hour, and the big one has happened in turn 1. No caution, busted cars everywhere, cars on fire, and I have nowhere to go because it's just like 30 cars piled up, massive wreck, like Talladega wreck memed, Talladega big one meme wreck times 1,000. I have nowhere to go.
You're like,
my race is over.
Just stop the car.
1 second.
I removed the screens. We were doesn't match.
Sorry about that. Grandfather has a tech issue. His ups just died.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have to solve that. I'll have to solve that once we're done.
Well, we're almost there. We got what? How much left?
Like 1, 2. We've got like 4 more.
Yeah. Okay. Let's bang these out.
All right. More video game news. It happened again. I'm not sure if we talked about this before.
We did actually. This is the third time.
Yeah.
See, we are keeping track. We are keeping track, and
So we've had an American tanker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if it was a name of Abrams driver or a Brad driver or a Paladin driver. We had a Challenger 2 driver, a Brit, and now we have a Leclerc driver.
Whoops.
Getting into an argument in the War Thunder forums about how the tank should perform.
Whoops.
War Thunder, by the way, is a Russian game.
Listen, how do you think the Russians get all of their classified documents about us from? They make a game, and then our dumbasses play it online. And then
my tank's better than your tank.
My tank can do this tank.
Apparently, because the devs want to operate in all these countries, the devs are just like, with this, it's just lost their minds on the forum saying, we're not looking at these. We've already deleted them.
Whoops.
You're banned.
You're banned.
Stop posting classified material in the forums. We're not going to look at it. This is a video game. Get a life.
There is no life in the military.
Yeah, but
you sold it to the government. This is the best you got. All right. So third time this has happened, and frankly, let's just move on.
They're a different country.
Let's just stop posting classified material on the Russian game.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Next. What's next?
Anime news.
Anime news.
Weird anime news. Tokyo Pop teams up with Cracker Barrel. Disney manga.
I like Cracker Barrel. I do. Here's my problem. Why is it selling manga?
Well, it's to sell to kids who like they do sell like folksy comic stuff.
Yeah.
So they're probably thinking like, oh, it's Nightmare Before Christmas. We can start selling this for Halloween. Carry it all the way through the holiday travel season. It's kind of full. Comic books are kind of old school. It keeps kids quiet. Parents will buy this, and manga is popular.
Disney manga,
but you kind of expect like Cracker Barrel to be like old school
floppies.
Yeah.
And Disney making manga, which means instead of being like the usual price point of about $5 to $10, it'd be like $20 for a manga.
Well, maybe.
20, yeah, I don't. Mean,
that's one of the reasons. Like overpriced is kind of like one of the reasons why Tokyo Pop failed. But it is Cracker Barrel, and Cracker Barrel is a, how do I put it?
Cheaper store.
Not a cheaper store, a kind of a tourist trap.
Mm-hmm. And then you've also got Tokyo Pop is the one in charge of it, as is Disney, who are both notorious for marking things up. So
yeah,
$20 to $25. That's my.
I think it's going to be 15. I don't. Unless it's like an omnibus, it's going to be like 15.
I don't. I think
it's going to be. It's got to be an impulse purchase. Like it's going to be a markup, but it's going to be an impulse purchase.
I'm pretty sure Disney is going to look at its Marvel comic prices for one of their compilation graphic novels and go, this is how much it should be. You know. Anyways, let's move on from the disaster that is Cracker Barrel selling manga from Disney
to tech news.
Are we on tech news now?
Yes, we're bouncing all over the place.
Oh,
we still have the last piece, which is entertainment news.
Yeah, I know. I thought we would be in entertainment news. Okay, let's go. What's next?
Tech news. Anti-culture platforms Rumble and Locals combine to take on big tech. Rumble has bought Locals, and I'm not sure what to think about this.
I feel, and I'm going to say this out loud. I'm going to repeat what Tim Pool has said, because Tim Pool is just repeating what I've said. That you should make your own site, your own membership thing, do your own thing that way, because what you are doing,
like hentaikick.com,
like hentaikick.com, you should do stuff like that so you can support your performers and the people that you like, as well as the fact that when you are a content creator and you are on one of these larger platforms, they have full control over your audience, over your money, over all these things. Locals and Rumble pretty on point with each other, except Locals allowed for pornography and a few other things.
Well, they didn't allow straight up porn, but you could get spicy.
You could get spicy. Rumble
and they also let you cuss on Locals, and Rumble is sort of run by Puritans.
Rumble is no spice. No spice.
Well, not as anti-spice as Gab.
Well, yeah, but
still,
no one.
Space.
Yeah. If you are looking for spice, go to Mines.
Although they don't like spice either.
They allow it,
but they allow it.
They allow it. I don't care if they like it or not. They allow it, and they let you monetize it. But the point is this: again, this is probably good overall for people who are looking to expand out to new audiences, do stuff. You'll do a better time at Rumble than you ever will on YouTube. Just a heads up on that. If you are a starting creator, don't go to YouTube. It's not going to help you. The locals function.
Then why are we on YouTube?
Because I haven't figured out how to stream us to Rumble yet.
Point.
Yes.
Locals has live streaming, but it doesn't work with StreamYards yet.
Yes. That's what we're waiting on. We're waiting for that to happen. When StreamYards allows me to stream to either Rumble or locals, will be there. So that's going on.
Hopefully they'll leave locals alone, but the good thing is the more these old platforms grow, the more that they can take on the YouTubes of the world. But
yeah,
at a certain point, we might have to go back to the old days of the internet and build your own.
Build your own forum. The old days of IRC chat.
I remember how to stand up a V3 bulletin instance. And that just made me seem very old.
You're not that old. All right, moving on. What's our last and most infuriating thing of the day?
Oh, you mean Alec Baldwin shooting a motherfucker?
Now, to be fair, Alec Baldwin is the producer and
he's
star.
Also an actor.
Let me finish. He is an actor with 30 years of firearms training. So when someone handed him a weapon of any kind, he probably did the right thing and checked the ammunition first to make sure it was unloaded, to make sure there was nothing wrong with it. He, was not sitting there playing with it, and he made sure that.
You mean he wasn't pointing it at his director and making a joke,
and pulling the trigger? Because you do not pull the trigger anything you're not willing to go and shoot. Oh wait, no! All of those things did not happen.
Those
not one.
All of those things went wrong. Did we just talk about this with that what's her face?
The cosplayer.
The cosplayer?
Yes. Like,
do we have to have another addendum? Like, don't give Yandere's guns, and now don't give Alec Baldwin guns.
Well, to be fair, Alec Baldwin has been screaming that no one needs guns for the longest time, and now we know why. He's afraid he's going to shoot someone.
Oh Lord.
Now there's
everything that comes out of this, it's like, oh, they already had multiple negligent discharges on set. It's like,
let's first pull back a little bit here. Everything that the media initially reported on this was wrong. Yes. They said it was a prop gun. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Regular firearm.
They were saying prop gun, but it was a gun that was a prop, not a prop gun.
They were trying to make it seem like it was a gun specifically designed and built to fire blanks. It was not.
And even blanks will kill you.
Generally speaking, it's a possibility. It's a very low possibility. It's a possibility.
Like if you get too close, if you're too close, blanks will kill you.
Yeah.
The first thing,
Brandon Lee.
That was different. But when I was a reenactor, the first thing we would do would be like take a musket loaded with a blank, walk up to a watermelon. Like, this is a blank. You listen to our firearms rules.
Yep.
Because this will kill you.
Yep.
I got into fist fights with
people who are playing around
with lights and fucking Highlanders because they would when I did artillery, because they would overrun our hot gun, and we'd be like, cross rammers, this gun is hot, come at us at an angle because it could go off.
Yep.
Overruns like I know we're just supposed to abandon the gun, but motherfucker, we're gonna get into a fist fight now in front of the public because you should be dead because you're dumb.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so And there's lots of things that happen wrong. I mean, that's one thing. They said it was a misfire to start with. It was not. It was not a misfire.
It's not a misfire. It was a negligent discharge.
Yes, entirely different.
It went off when it wasn't supposed to. A misfire means it didn't go off. It didn't go off when it was supposed to.
Yes. Then there's also hanging fires. That's entirely different.
That's yeah.
The point is, that was an ongoing thing. They said that the armorer was there and handed the gun to a director who handed it to Alec Baldwin. Apparently, armorer was not there.
Yeah, they just put it on a cart. The assistant director grabbed it
and handed it off to Alec Baldwin, who, again, if anyone did their job and checked the firearm prior at any point in time.
Oh, whenever you grab a gun or you're handed a gun, you personally inspect the chamber.
Always.
And inspect the chamber and inspect the barrel with a light to make sure that there's no barrel obstruction and the chambers are clear. Chamber is clear. I understand it's a little harder to do it with a revolver.
Yeah.
But you can at least spin to make sure the chambers are clear, and you can run a rod down.
You can just pop it out real fast and look inside.
Well, some of them you can't pop them out. Not everyone has the tools to pop it out real fast. But you can at least run a rod. You could have a rod in your pocket, run it down to make sure it's clear.
Yeah. That's an ongoing thing. And there was most of the people on staff at the time were scabs because the union workers had left due to constant complaints about negligent discharges.
It had happened so much that there were constant complaints about negligent discharges, and because of the complaints, they fired everyone and hired scabs.
And that didn't help. I believe actually the armorer was actually a scab. I'm not entirely sure. I have to double check that. I heard
that she wasn't, but it was only her second shoot.
Yeah, she was.
But she was hired in part because she was the daughter of a famous armorer.
I heard she was hired on after the original armorer left. That's what I heard. I have to double check that because again, there's so much information coming.
There's so much information and misinformation. Like, oh, I didn't like one of the things that came out was like, oh, I didn't know how to load blanks. What?
That's
what?
Loading a blank is the same as loading a gun. I don't.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You just use a blank round. Maybe that got it misinterpreted, and she didn't know how to make her own blank rounds. But you can buy blank rounds for popular calibers, including this was set in the Old West, so I imagine 45 long Colt you can find blanks for pretty easy.
I assume 45 long Colt,
or 45 long Colt or 38 special.
I doubt a 38 special.
Probably 45 long Colt.
Yeah. What was I saying? Like there's lots of info, and then apparently like it was a live round that was fired, not even a blank.
Yeah, it was a live round. What happened on the set of The Crow didn't happen here.
No, this was entirely different.
Yeah, this was entirely different and much stupider.
Entirely stupider. And then everyone who is defending Alec Baldwin has obviously never handled a firearm in their entire life.
Yeah, you always check the chamber.
You always check, and even if you got negligent and you forgot to check the chamber, you still kind of go fuck.
Yeah.
And people say, well, it's not his fault because I go, he's the producer. He's the producer. His fault.
It's the producer, and shit rolls downhill. So he's the top of the food chain. It's his fault as producer, and he's the one who actually had possession of the firearm and pulled the trigger. Both ends of the chain, it's his fault.
Yep.
There might be interveners who also have liability, but it's his fault on both ends.
Yeah.
He's the man ultimately in charge. He's also the man who actually did the thing.
Yep. I think the weirdest take I saw on this was someone who was like, maybe it was some Trump supporter put the live round in. I'm like,
that's the weirdest conspiracy.
That was like, I've heard some weird stuff in my lifetime. Some weird stuff. Including
even if that happened, it is still the fault. It is still the fault of the producer for having because he's the person in charge on set, and it is also still default because he's the one who pulled the trigger.
Yep. And at no point in time did anyone bother checking this weapon.
Yeah,
and this weapon was apparently used for target practice when they were offset. And I'm like, okay, I get that, but
like
why was
I get like
why
I
were
know
the
people
weapons
are freaking out about it. It's like, okay, I can see why that happens, but once you're done with that, check that they're clear.
You're supposed to check that they're clear, and I don't know why weapons are just hanging around loaded.
Yeah,
at all. Your weapons should probably be in some kind of safe, some kind of armory.
Yeah,
Armor girl. I mean, I get it. It's difficult when you're on a movie set. You've got lots of moving parts and stuff, but you probably still have like a little room or some kind of little area that's yours, and you probably have these guns in a locked hard case of some kind.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know. That's just my thought process. But again, what do I know? I'm just your average Joe. I'm not a big fancy armor for movie productions.
Yeah, it's not like you're a veteran who handled big cannons.
It's not like I've handled weapons for a good long time. But it's always funny.
It's not like I'm a lifelong hunter and also trained in big things that go boom.
You know what's absolutely hilarious is I saw like when they started showing pictures of her originally, it was like pictures of her when she was a hot model, and you're like, damn, she hot, and then
they show the TikTok video,
and well, no, and then when the news came in that this is looking bad, they started showing like pictures of her now, and she's like fat and ugly looking. I'm like, oh, feminism, you've done it again, feminism.
entire thing just gives me a headache.
This is very upsetting, and I'm watching one half of the world just completely circle the wagon on Alec Baldwin. Like, why are you circling him?
Yeah,
I thought you were anti-gun.
Yeah. And then, but they're also like saying like, oh, there needs to be more procedures on set. It's like, no, there doesn't need to be new procedures. The procedures that exist need to be followed.
Yes.
Whenever there's a mass shooting and there's a mass shooting, it's like, we need new laws. Like, the current laws weren't enforced.
That's what I usually tell people is, do you know which laws were not followed here? Or no, no one knows why they, okay, cool.
Okay.
That's going on. And
like, there's a school shooting. Isn't this a gun-free zone?
Gun-free is subjective. You know? I mean, that's how it is. But honestly, although this is very sad, I don't think anyone will be coming to justice for this one. Because it's Alec Baldwin. And as we've seen repeatedly, some people are just above the law. And if your politics are correct, you are above the law.
I have a feeling someone I know is either watching or he's got divine inspiration.
And if
he just sent me a meme. He just sent me a meme of Alec Baldwin playing a priest, but cocking a gun, saying, "Why let God do all the work?" It's like, this is oddly timely.
I'm pretty sure I marked one of our 155 millimeters HE rounds with that exact phrase. And then the next one was, tell my grandfather I said hi.
Oh Lord.
And then they start taking Sharpies away from us. They're like, you gotta stop marking up the ammo. I go, why? No one's here. It looks unprofessional. Who's gonna look at this?
It's a tradition. Besides,
first of all, who's gonna look at this? Second of all, F that guy.
Number 2, F that guy. Number 3, this is a tradition.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen pictures of marking up the bombs before they get dropped from World War II?
I don't think it counts for artillery.
It should.
It should. I don't think it does. Anyway, so again, I don't think, because if your politics swing the right way, or the left way, you will be perfectly fine. Nothing will ever happen to you. No one will ever prosecute you. Whereas if you are on the right side of politics, you will get,
or even in the center,
completely rammed down. Look at the that one guy. His daughter was raped or something. He went to a school board meeting and they arrested him for disorderly conduct.
Yeah, that's happening in my backyard. That's Loudoun County.
Yep. That's going on. I think they're trying to give him jail time. And I'm like, that's a fine. That's a misdemeanor.
Yeah, they're trying to do that, but meanwhile, you can tell that even here in Blue, Virginia, the story is turned on that, because they're having walkouts in the schools where the student who the perpetrator went to. Not to get too political, but the story is a student was female student was assaulted in a bathroom by another student that was
trans.
I was going to say, we don't know trans, but biologic male.
Okay.
Dressing female. We don't know if they're trans. I'm trying to be fair. The school board instead didn't refer to the police. Just switched schools, and then it happened again at the new school.
Yeah, that I heard.
And the parent of the first victim went to the school board that made the news. He lost his mind because the school board superintendent, who knew what was going on and just told the school board what was going on, lied and said, "Oh, we've had no safety issues with our bathroom policy."
Yeah, I also would have lost my mind.
So he justifiably lost his mind. Gets arrested. National School Board Association writes a letter calling parents domestic terrorists.
They've asked that to be walked back.
Well, they've asked it to be walked back because this just came out. Ohio, Pennsylvania, and 2 other states, I forget which ones, just left that organization.
They were like, no.
Like the state chapters just said, no, this is a local issue. Don't get, why are you getting the FBI involved?
Yep. You're like, nope, we're out. Bye.
And it's gonna turn. I don't think it's gonna turn. I have hope.
I think it'll turn sour. Everything.
I don't think. It's a big issue in the governor's race here in Virginia. I don't think it's going to turn Virginia red, but
no,
it's coming down to the wire, and they're panicking because this is between they're saying, "Oh, it's Biden's unpopular. Biden's unpopular, but Virginia's blue." It's the stuff in Loudoun County that people are losing their minds about.
Yeah, and honestly, the stuff going on is waking up a lot of normal people eyes. Yeah. But again, this is one of those things of if you have the wrong politics, you end up getting super smashed in, and if you have the right politics, or
nothing happens.
Nothing happens to you. You can burn down a police precinct. You'll be fine.
I mean, we've seen it with
the last
actors.
Year.
Well, the past 3 years at this point, we've seen it with actors. We've seen it with anime voice actors.
We've seen it with normal
comic art. We've seen it with comic artists.
Yeah, we've seen it going, and we're just like, this is really getting annoying. And then people who are on the wrong side of politics, they do the slightest thing wrong, and they get the book slammed at them. And it's becoming a big issue when laws are not being adhered to, or at least applied similarly.
There's got to be justice is supposed to be blind.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the most frustrating thing. It's it shouldn't matter what your politics are. If you F up,
you get your slap on the wrist, or your fine, your time in jail, whatever. I mean, I can understand Alec Baldwin not getting jail time because he is a celebrity. He has a lot of money. He has a lot of access. I understand that.
I understand him gonna slap on the wrist because of the money,
but the armor should probably get some kind of thing there. There's probably a huge fine to the overall company as the producer.
There's going to be a lawsuit.
There's going to be a lawsuit, of course. But there should be a
and
lot
it's
of
going to be
things.
massive.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure Rust will never come out now.
It's kind of ironic. Apparently, the story is about a grandfather and his grandson who go on the lam because the grandson accidentally shoots somebody.
Oh, so Alec Baldwin is a method actor. Okay, that was my bad take of the evening.
Oh Lord,
we're going to hell. All right, that is it for that. I am going to be at DerpyCon this weekend.
I don't have anything.
I will be at DerpyCon this weekend. I was at Halloween in the Catskills. It was colder than I would have liked, and it was not quite right for my overall venue of talk because I didn't have any tech in any way, shape, or form. I just had
they had no tech.
No tech. I was just standing there talking.
Oh God.
And it was interesting because I had to really animate myself and move around and stuff and explain stuff. Which is not.
I'm not sure whether like having no tech at all is better or worse than supposed to have tech and there is no tech.
I requested tech. I just did not get tech, and there was no tech at all weekend for me personally.
That sucks.
It happened. I had to yell over other things. It was an outside event, so I was kind of yelling over bands and other people and stuff. So
I know that
fine. Feeling. I can do it. But I did have a lot of fun. It was an overall good show. It was freezing cold Sunday morning. Oh God.
Well, it's upstate New York.
Yeah,
it's going to be cold
on the mountain, no less.
Yeah, at least it wasn't on Lake Champlain.
True.
I've gone camping in October on Lake Champlain and reenacting, and in camp woken up and found the ice bucket frozen up, not the ice bucket, but the water bucket. Go to make coffee and the water bucket is completely frozen solid.
Yep. No, we had and then DerpyCon is this weekend. We are currently scheduled for 4. There's a possibility of 4 more being added in. We were requested to do 4 more, and I said yes, but I've not gotten confirmation on those yet.
Oh boy.
So I am waiting for those. I would like to know if I'm doing them or not. So
you can at least make sure things are okay.
I need to build one of them, and I was building them this week, and I should finish tonight. Because that one was one that I did 3 years ago. I didn't like it, so I changed the entire format of it and changed the entirety of it so that it's less aggressively painful for me to do.
So what I did with Winning the War on Pants is Ace Combat panel.
Yeah, except it's not as mind-blowingly, I hate myself, I don't want to do this. Why am I watching this TV show? Why am I doing this to myself?
Oof.
Yeah. So I changed the format on that. So I have to go and I have to build that out now, which is obnoxious. But we've got 3 on Friday and then 1 on Sunday. It was originally going to be Saturday, and then they swapped it to Sunday. They did not tell us. I find out when I looked at the schedule. Like, oh, that's not good. So I'm just waiting at this point to see if I'm going to get those other panels in, because there's huge blocks missing for content on the days. I'm like, there's like an hour between each panel. I'm like, that's just weird.
There should be buffers between panels, but not an hour.
Yeah, like I said, that's just weird. So I'm hoping,
unless they're trying to make you go buy stuff, and the dealers are gonna buy like, oh, here's an hour to go buy stuff, and the dealers are gonna buy there's something else.
All right, yeah, that's something. What was I saying? So I got an email from DerpyCon, and it was not an answer to me. It was the answer to someone else. I just got CC'd on it. That's fine. Yeah, so that's an ongoing thing. So just need to make sure those are ready. So yeah, I'm gonna have a nice, calm weekend at the very first Derpy Con in New Brunswick. Which
I thought they had already moved, but Corona happened.
Corona happened, yeah. So it's our very first year in New Brunswick, and I'm sure if it was a normal year, it would probably be a banging lots of people here type thing. But I think because I don't think Rutgers is even really open. So
wait, it's on the campus of Rutgers?
It's close enough to Rutgers. You can just walk there. You know, it's close enough that the campus kids can take a bus down.
Cool.
So,
at least that's,
but I'm not sure if anyone's on campus due to pandemic.
At least that's different from at least that's a better venue though than where it was.
Oh, where it was middle of nowhere, New Jersey, which was, it wasn't bad. I liked that area. I liked that area. It was a nice area.
You just had to be careful because it shared, like, it was in the same building as a federal courthouse.
Yeah, that was an issue.
There's stories about that.
Whoopsie.
About props.
Whoopsie.
That actual prop guns as opposed to
Alec Baldwin.
Yes.
So that was the thing. So I'm hoping that'll end up okay. But if I am doing those other panels that are waitlisted, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm doing more panels than CDR and Manly Battleships at that point.
And you're not guests.
No, but if they do ask us and we do them, I'm gonna be like, so guest status next year for Kentai Cake.
They're apparently moving. The rumor is they're going to be doing rotating guests starting next year. So
I would
you might get guest status.
I would like to get guest status. We are local. We don't really need a hotel. So it's a good price point for them to just have us show up. Just saying. Because I know that's how the Pokemon voice actor keeps going to Anime Next all the time because she's local. So they just keep guessing her.
Are you talking about Michelle Knotts?
Yes. Yep. So they just keep inviting her, and she keeps coming because she's local. So why not? Because you don't need to give her a hotel room. So they're very happy. Moving on. That's all I got for this evening, and that's my overall plan. And of course, Halloween, we will be doing a spooky podcast. Not really spooky. Let's hope something happens in the next 4 days.
Yeah, it's been kind of quiet.
It's been a severely quiet week. I know there's some sales and stuff for PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. We should probably talk about the N64 debacle.
Yeah, let's give that a day or two to evolve before we talk about it.
I'm waiting for them to patch things and figure stuff out. I haven't personally paid for it yet, so I'm just like, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. There's nothing there I really need to play either.
Yeah, what I would play isn't available.
Exactly.
I have an N64 that still works.
I don't. My sister took that. Wait, do they have Donkey Kong 64 that
they should, but they might not because Rare.
Damn it.
Rare. Like GoldenEye and Donkey Kong 64 are in like permanent rights hell. Because Rare is owned by Microsoft. And then GoldenEye is like a three-way rights issue between Microsoft, MGM, and Nintendo.
Great.
But they're getting closer on solving the GoldenEye issue.
Okay, fine.
They've been it pops up in my feed every once in a while, and there's like, oh, there's negotiations going on. Microsoft and Nintendo are getting along now.
Whatever you say.
Because I know Banjo-Kazooie is getting a Xbox release.
Yeah.
And they're thinking about either doing a re-release of Donkey Kong 64, but it's not fully hashed out yet.
It would be nice. I'm hoping, because I'd like to play that game. I never actually finished it because the last boss is ridiculous. It's like
Which
a
one?
6. The King K. Rool.
Oh,
he's ridiculous. He's like a 6-wave boss, and it's obnoxious, and it just keeps going.
It's gonna be interesting to emulate Donkey Kong 64 because it required the expansion pack as well.
Did it?
Yeah, it required the way you got the expansion pack was you bought Donkey Kong 64 because it came in the box.
Okay, yeah, that's probably why I had the game.
That's the only reason I had the game. I played it for like an hour. I was like, oh, okay, I'll play this other expansion pack game.
Yeah, no. I played that. I think I played Turok. That was. I don't think I played.
Was interesting.
Yeah, I don't think I played a lot of N64 games. When I think back on it, I'm like Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, GoldenEye, Turok. That was kind of it.
I think I played I had a Nintendo 64, but it was Smash, Madden, Smash, Madden, Mario, which I sucked at, but I played the crap out of. Mario, Smash, Madden, Zelda, and Star Wars Pod Racer.
Oh yeah, the Pod Racer game. Yeah, I beat that in like a day, and I was done.
I didn't care. I played the crap out of it.
I was like, I got all the records finished. I'm done. And hard mode's done, and extreme mode's done, and we're done. Fuck it. I have all the Pod Racers. I'm done.
I played that so much I gave myself carpal tunnel. To be fair though, that was when I was sick with meningitis. I was done being hospitalized, but I was still home, not doing did my got my homework done, blew through it, spent 5 hours a day playing video games and puking my guts out.
Got you. Let's see here. Right now the current games for the N64 expansion are Mario Kart 64, don't care. Legend of Zelda, which is the only one I would play. Star Fox 64.
Which Zelda is it? Majora's Mask or Ocarina?
Ocarina.
Of course.
Mario Tennis. I might actually play that. I remember playing that and liking it. Mario 64, which is the one I sucked at, but I already have it for Switch.
Yeah, you've got it for. It's out on everything else already.
I don't care. Dark to Mario 64, didn't like it. Yoshi Story, didn't like it. Win Back Covert Operations? The hell's that?
The hell?
I don't even know. What the hell? Sin and Punishment. What is this? Sin and Punishment. It looks edgy. Super edgy.
Oh, I forgot one that I played a lot of, which was Hexen. I wasn't supposed to play it, but my dad bought it, and so I had it. He wanted it because he heard it was a good Doom clone for the 64.
So nothing here I'd actually play outside of Zelda.
But
so
it's on everything else. They've re-released it a million times.
Have they re-released Ocarina of Time for Switch?
They haven't done it for Switch, but they did it for
the DS.
3DS.
Yeah.
It's coming for Switch. You know it's coming for Switch.
Probably is. I don't know what Sin and Punishment is though. That's a completely unknown to me. Everything else here is something I wouldn't bother with. So I have no need to buy the expansion pack. Wait, is that Genesis? Are they giving us Genesis too?
You mean Genesis games?
Yes.
I guess Nintendo. They say Sega does what Nintendo don't, but I guess Nintendo does. And you're no selling that. That's great.
Or what now?
Oh, I said they say Sega does what Nintendo don't, but I guess Nintendo does.
Nintendo's.
You don't remember those commercials as a kid?
No, I do not. I didn't watch.
It would be like some wild 90s violent commercial. It's like Sega does what Nintendo don't.
I do not. Okay, I saw a thing for it on the stupid expansion like ad thing on the right, but I don't see any information on the Nintendo website. So we'll circle back on that. Yeah, when I'm not looking at things spur of the moment. All right, good night, everybody. This has been Geek-Posium. Darren Silvers from HentaiKick.com. We will see you guys this weekend if you are at DerpyCon in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
And I'm Shep, signing off.
Good night, everybody.